Hey guys, I thought I'd come on today to show you some books. I hope you're all well. I hope here in the UK it's raining. It's really miserable. It's sort of a gloomy, not a good day really. Well, that's a good day, but it's miserable. So I hope you're all doing well. I thought I'd come on because there's a few books that I've got in the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, something like that, and I thought I'd nip on and just show you them because I absolutely love books. These are all sort of tarot, witchy, that sort of book. So yeah, first one I got was this one, The World Witch, A Guide to Earth Magic, and that is by Marion Green. And it's a cool little book. It's a lot of like things that people would already know, or you know, some things, but there's also a lot in here that you can pick up. And I'll read you a bit at the back. It says, nature is magical and witchcraft is wild. A wild witch is someone who has discovered the true source of magic. She finds it in the elements of the earth, the ways of the healing herbs and scented flowers, the ocean's tides, the cycle of the moon, and the energies of the planets. By becoming intimate with nature, a wild witch discovers the living spirits in all things. Everything is alive, and she learns that these spirits must be honoured, and only then do they become trustworthy guides going down the path of the wild witch. Follow the rhythms of nature, the season cycles, the rituals of sacred days. Learn the powers of herbs, plants and trees. Awaken your senses to the language of flowers found in their scents. Cast spells using the element of fire through candle magic. Discover the hidden spirit of water through purification, dowsing and scrying. It's by changing our point of view, Marion writes, by developing our own inner skills, each of us can learn to shape the world into the perfect planet that everybody yearns for. Embrace your wild witch and rediscover the natural magic of life. So that's really good. It says she continues to lead retreats and offer courses throughout the UK and England. I think I've done some of this in my thing, but I was looking through it because I go in and out. Do you know what I mean? I don't really read a book. Well, I do read a book right through, but these sort of ones, I go in and out. I dip in and out of them. And it's got good things like sense and sensitivity. It says magic is about change and the awareness and control of that change. The more aware you become, first of what is the usual state of things, and then of many changes, the more control you will gain of those changes. It is a matter of perception. You need to have controlled perception, and then it just goes through how to sharpen your senses. You know, how to open yourself up to sounds, smells, sights, and things like that, what are all around you. Like sight can quickly be attuned to see far more than the ordinary person notices just by consciously looking. It's like, I don't know, when you see a blade of grass, you see a blade of grass. You just see a green leaf, don't you? But if you look properly at that blade of grass, you see all the little veins which are in that blade of grass. Do you know what I mean? And you see the different colour changes through from the stem to the tip and things like that. And it says hearing can be sharpened just by listening to silence. You start to hear all kinds of sounds that were just in the background once you turn off the radio, turn off your headphones. Just walk quietly in the green places of your world. Meditation is not induced or enhanced by shutting off all the sounds around you, but being aware of them totally and being able to ignore them, so to tune them out so that you know whatever's happening around you, you can tune away. You know, you can have the conscious decision whether to listen to that sound or not listen to that sound. A sense of smell, you know, except if you can smell, you know, that says here, except usually totally ignored by humans, except wine buffs, tea tasters and perfumers. is a very vivid sense and often capable of unlocking deep aspects of memory. Now, I was talking about that the other day. I was talking about that to my boy, my son, and I was saying, because we lit the chimney in the back garden, and the smell of the wood, you know, when the wood starts to burn, it reminds me of camping, and it takes me straight back to vividly the one I remember is when I was 10, and I used to go with my sister and her partner and her son then, and the smell of wood takes me back to the picture, if you can picture it, of a campfire, and we were all sitting around it, and the little ones were playing, and we'd got jacket potatoes which were wrapped in their tin foil in the bottom of the fire, and my brother-in-law was playing Donovan on his guitar, and we were listening and running, and the smell of the bonfire is the big thing that took me back to that picture, to that sitting around that fire, to hearing the guitar playing and hearing the cracks in as the fire, you know, was burning, to hear them crackles, and that smell is a happy smell for me. I love that smell. It's just, if a smell can be happy, that is it. You know, that is one of my happy smells. You know, so I label, you know, I don't always label a smell, you know, I don't. Bacon, you automatically think, oh, hungry, don't you? But if you think back to it, you know, where does that smell come from? You know that you're hungry because of that smell. But if you take it back, what memory does that jar in you? You know, it's not just, oh, a sandwich. It can take you back to, I don't know, times when maybe on a Sunday morning when you were young, or things like that. You know, the smells can trigger memories which can then make the pictures in your mind. So if there was a smell that I could bottle, it'd be bonfire. But that's that book. I've gone totally off subject. That's the book, and I love that one. This one I only got the other day, so I ain't really looked for it properly. It's Gypsy Magic. I think my friend Patsy over at Patsy's Mystical Musings will love this, because it's got the Romany Book of Charms, Herbs and Fortune Telling. So it's got quite a lot in that. It's got, let me look at the thingamajig. I can never remember what it's called, the beginning bit of the book. Contents, that's the word. It's got Discover Magic, the Z energy, blessing, charms and other ways to attract good luck. The power of wishing and spells, protection against curses and bad luck, magic of the planets, special symbols, fortune telling through dreams and tea leaves, natural signs and omens including weather lore, palmistry and using a crystal ball, working with the tarot, simple spells, healing herbs and natural remedies. So it's got quite a lot in here. You know, it says about the travellers, and the farmers would, this bit, the farmers would turn to new gods suitable to the ways of people growing crops and raising animals, while the travellers would carry on the old traditions, remembering the old gods, practicing magic forgotten by the settled population in their push for progress. You know, it's just, it tells you a little bit about all sorts of things as well. The Z energy is the life force. The first primeval god has been rediscovered several times in recent years. It has been called by various names: prana, viral, telluric energy, earth energy, the ether, among many of the others. Just as our blood in our body permeates every corpuscle of flesh, but is concentrated in the veins, so the god of energy is concentrated in ley lines, which a lot of us do, like Glastonbury is meant to be on or is on a ley line, and Stonehenge is on one of the ley lines. So it says, so the god energy is concentrated in ley lines, or the dragon paths of feng shui. These currents of energy are known to most cultures of the world by various names. As this is a book on Romany magic, I will use the name given by the Romanis. Me duvals Z, which means the heart or life. From now I will call it the Z. And it's got all different sorts of things, you know, about the acorn, or what would you do, what would you give to people, you know, natural signs and omens, weather law, and birds. You know, birds have got a lot of law. What is wrong with me? Law associated with them, being able to fly between heaven and earth, as people say. Birds are natural messengers of the gods. If a wild bird of any kind should light on a person, that person is destined for fame. And we've all heard the phrase, muck for luck. Bird droppings on yourself or your property bring luck within a week. So, you know, as all those, you know, crows, it says, all members of the crow family are surrounded by mystery, considered to be exceptionally wise and intelligent. Some country people say that crows can live to be 300 years old. The god Odin has 2 ravens associated with him, and Noah sent a raven out from the ark. To see one crow is said to bring sorrow to joy, but I have always been pleased to see any number of crows. Finding it is the behaviour of crows which is significant, not how many they are. A crow standing in the road signifies a happy journey, whilst a dead crow, a lucky omen to some, would cause me to turn back. And then it's got like rooks, robins, wrens, magpies, hares, insects, like palmistry. So it was a cool little book, and I can't remember how much I paid for it. I think it was something like £7. So, you know, it's not bad. It's interesting to look at. And the other one I got, of course, is of Pixie. I haven't started this yet because I don't know. I think I want to save it for autumn, for fall. I've looked for it. I waited for it. You know, I was so excited, and I just waited and waited and waited till I got it, and then I've got it, and I don't want to read it. It's like when you watch a good movie and you watch it and you don't want it to finish, yeah? So I'm a bit worried about when I start the book, it's going to finish, isn't it? Obviously. So I want to save it till, you know, you get comfy, cosy in your warm, fleecy jimmies on your bed with a cup of hot chocolate in the autumn. So I'm going to save it. The other one I got was this one. Self-care. Now, I do believe in self-care, and I do believe you can use tarot for self-care and all different things. But this is pretty cool because it's got self-care card activities, which is why I wanted to get it. For instance, I'll just give you one. What I've opened. Oh, should I get? I'll tell you what. I'll do 2. I'll do my birth card, and then I'll do a major and a minor. So we've got the Hermit, and that says this card is numbered 9. The imagery of the Hermit tarot card conveys a sense of solitary discovery. Here you see a single lantern with one flame flickering inside. In many variations, the lantern is carried by a lone figure wearing a long hooded cloak. They hold the lantern aloft, showing that they're searching for something. Self-discovery, perhaps, enlightenment. The lantern illuminates only a few steps forward at a time, which shows that the journey the hermit is on is long. Often the hermit's step is steadied by the staff in their other hand. And then it's got interpretation. Have you been distracted lately, or constantly on the go? Have you been feeling unfocused, or pulled in many different directions? Do you feel stretched too thin? When the hermit shows up in a tarot reading, it's a clear sign that you're in need of some time alone. Enjoy your own company, reflect on your accomplishments, recognise and learn from your missteps, and thoughtfully plan the next move you have to make to reach your goals. Many people have busy lives and don't make enough time for themselves. The hermit is a call to tend to your own needs and recenter your focus so the path ahead becomes clear. And then it says it's got self-care card activities, which it says your mind. Making time for introspection will help you feel more centered. Enjoy your own company, take a bubble bath, or enjoy your thoughts in a journal. Body. Fill your home with cozy vibes. Bring a pot of water to the boil over high heat. Toss in a few cinnamon sticks and turn the heat down to a simmer. The scent will create a comforting atmosphere. And then it says spirit. Indigo Gabbro, also known as Mystic Merlinite, helps you dig deep for productive, introspective self-analysis. set aside a little time alone to meditate with this crystal. So like if you pull a card before bed, I suppose, or you pull one in the morning, then you could use that day's self-care activities to incorporate into your day. So for instance, your mind, you know, you could, I don't know, like this one is the Ten of Wands. Don't take on more work or responsibility than you're comfortably able to. Remember that it's okay to say no. And that's the thing for your mind. So if you had that in the morning, if you'd pulled that card in the morning, you know, and you go into work, or somebody asks you, can you take me shopping, or can you pick that up? If you can't do it, it's okay to say no. You know, I'm sorry, I can't. You know, it's not nice to say no to people, but sometimes we have to. And another one, your body, combat the side effects of stress by indulging in a deeply moisturising sheet mask. I ain't got a clue what that is. Anyone? If any of you know what a sheet mask is, can you put it down for me? Because I really don't know what a sheet mask is. I know what a face mask is. Foot mask. What's a sheet mask? No, you put a whole sheet over yourself, is it? I don't know. Anyway, that sort of thing. I suppose you could put it that a deeply moisturising face and feet mask. You know, obviously not the same mask, but yeah. So that sort of thing. And then spirit. You know, if you've got something you want to do to relax you, or I don't know, just something rather than watching the TV or being bored. Explore your astrological birth chart to get to know yourself and your deepest desires better. So it's got all little card activities, which you can do sort of every day if you pulled a card, you know, or whenever you feel like it, you know. So I thought that was really, really cool. I like that lots. It is published by Adams Media, and it is by SimonandSchuster.com. And it's by Minerva Siegel. She's a writer, social media influencer, a Sagittarius with a Capricorn moon. She's deep passion for practicing secular witchcraft, which she considers an essential part of her self-care routine. So she lives in Milwaukee with her husband and their rescue dogs. So that is it, guys. That is my little video for your books. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.